Most agents who are doing 6 to 12 deals a year are only one shift away from doubling their business. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that shift is. There's a version of your real estate business where you wake up on Monday morning and you already know where your next deal is coming from. Not because you got lucky and not because the market was hot, but because you actually built something, a real system where the people who already know you and trust you and are consistently sending business somewhere start to send it to you. See, most agents never get there. Not because it's complicated, but because they never made the one shift that makes it all possible. They keep chasing, and then every year looks pretty much like the last one. Now, here's what I want you to think about as we go through this video. There's a specific reason why most agents who try to build a referral-based business fail at it. And it has nothing to do with how likable they are or how good they are at their job. In fact, the agents who are the best at what they do are often the worst at this. And I'll show you exactly why that is. Yeah, in this video, I'm going to show you the shift that changes everything. I'm going to show you the math behind why it works, and I'm going to show you what it actually is costing you every single month that you don't make it. So stick with me and I'll show you what this is. Let me start by just naming what most agents are doing, because I think if you're honest with yourself, you're going to recognize this immediately. See, most agents who are doing somewhere between 6 and 12 real estate deals a year are in what I call chase mode. Every single month starts the exact same way. Where's the next deal coming from? And if you've asked yourself that, the answer is always the same. You got to go find it. Cold leads. Pay for internet leads, go knock on doors, call for sale by owners. Hope something is going to come in from somewhere. And it works, kind of, enough to stay in the business, just not enough to feel like a real business. Now, here's the fundamental problem with the chase model. Every month, you're starting again from zero. There's no compounding, no momentum. You got no foundation that's going to carry your business forward. You get a deal, and then you got to go find the next one. You get a deal, and then you got to go find the next one, over and over and over and over. I like to think about it this way. Think about the difference between a hunter and a farmer. The hunter goes out and gets food for today, and they're good at it. They know how to do it. But tomorrow, they have to go up, get up, and go do it all over again. Nothing seems to carry forward. I have watched hundreds and hundreds of agents do this in the business. Is they treat it like they're a hunter where they're constantly having to go get the next day's food. See, the farmer is a little different. The farmer plants seeds, he tends them, nurtures them, and then eventually harvests something that keeps producing over and over and over. See, with the farmer, the work compounds over time. Most agents in real estate are hunters, really good at being hunters, but they've never built a farm. And I don't mean this like a farm, like going out and farming, just to make sure you understand, because this is not traditional farming that I'm talking about. And the reason that people don't do it isn't laziness. The reason is that nobody showed them how, or they tried it and it didn't produce fast enough results, so they go back to hunting because they needed a deal right now. And that cycle just keeps repeating itself year after year after year. So what's the shift? And here's the part I told you at the beginning that might surprise you. The agents who are the best at their job are often the worst at making this shift. I know it's a little ironic, but let me explain, because I think it's going to resonate with a lot of you that are watching the video. So here's what happens. The better you get at real estate, the busier you get. And the busier you get, the more reactive your days become. See, you're serving your current clients, you're chasing new ones, you're putting out fires, email box is full, you're getting tons of text messages, your phone is going off, your whole day is spent responding to whatever is right in front of you. And the one thing that would actually change your business, like reaching out proactively to the people who already know you and trust you, keeps getting pushed to tomorrow, later, I'll do it later. And then the next day, and the next day, and then it's next month, and then pretty soon you just haven't done it. Here's the thing. Nobody's calling you to ask you why you haven't followed up with your sphere. Your sphere doesn't call you and say, hey, why haven't you called me? There's not a deadline on it. There's no urgent fire to put out. So it's easy to put off and it just keeps waiting. Meanwhile, every single month that goes by is a month where someone in your database had a real estate need, or they knew someone that did and they made a call and it just wasn't to you. Or they said, yeah, I'm not sure of who I would recommend for you to call. Now, they didn't do that because they don't like you. And it's not because they had a bad experience with you, but simply because you just were not top of mind. You went quiet and somebody else filled that space. Now, here's what makes this really frustrating when you really think about it. You already did the hard part. You build a relationship with these people. You've earned their trust. You may have gone through a transaction if it's a past client, or somebody that you worked with in the past who knows you and knows who you are, but you didn't stay up with it, and so you just let it go quiet. See, the shift isn't about working more. It isn't about being more likable or skilled or more aggressive. It's just about redirecting a fraction of the energy you're already spending towards the people who are most likely to send you business, and building a real intentional system around it. See, that's the shift. And let me show you why the math behind it is so compelling for you. Okay, so here's where I want to show you the framework at a high level, because I think once you see this, how it's structured and what the numbers look like, you're going to understand why I say most agents are one shift away from doubling their business. The core of this is what I call a closed system. And that's the key word, closed. See, most agents have what I call an open database. Names are in a phone or contacts in a CRM, people they mean to call someday, but it's open-ended. And because it's unlimited and it's open-ended, it never actually gets worked. Whereas a closed system is different. It's fixed in size. It has boundaries. And because it has boundaries, it's actually manageable. You can work it consistently. You can stay in front of those people and you can build real momentum with it. Now, the specifics of how you build it, the exact number, the cadence, how you get permission, how you identify who stays and who comes out, that's the framework. And it has some nuance to it that I'm not going to try and compress into just the few minutes here on this video, because if you do part of it without understanding the whole of it, it's not going to work the way it should. But here's what I will tell you about the math. When this system is built and working the way it's designed to work, the referrals that come out of it, they're not just random. They are actually predictable. You can actually look at your numbers and you can start to forecast your business so that you know it's something that is going to produce. And for most agents, when they see what that looks like on paper, what a properly built and properly worked system of the right size will actually produce in terms of transactions per year, they immediately think, why did nobody show this to me earlier? Like, you'll wonder why your manager hasn't talked to you about it. See, I've watched agents who were stuck at 6, 8, 10, 12 deals a year make this shift, and then within a year, they're doing 25 to 30. Not because they got lucky, and not because the market shifted, because they built a system that actually worked, and they worked the system. Now, here's the thing that I want you to understand about the timing on this. The system itself is going to take some time to produce. That's just the honest truth about it. There's a period at the beginning where it's going to feel like nothing is happening. You're doing the work, you're making the contacts, you're building it, and the results just aren't there yet. I always compare it to bamboo. You plant bamboo, and for months, and actually years, it looks like nothing's happening. But under the surface, the root system is developing. And then all of a sudden it shoots up fast, 90 feet in a matter of weeks, and it keeps going. See, that's exactly what this system does. For the first couple of months, it might feel quiet, but then it's going to take off, and when it does, it compounds. Every month, it gets a little stronger. Every quarter, the referrals get a little more consistent. And then every year, the business gets a little easier over and over again. But here's what that means for right now. If you start building this today, then in 4 or 5 months from now, your business is completely different than where it is right now. If you wait 3 or 4 months to start, that's 3 or 4 months further out before anything will change for you. And every month you spend in chase mode instead of building this system is a month where someone in your database is going to get referred to somebody else that is not you. Someone who is probably less skilled than you, isn't going to take as good of care of them as you. Someone who maybe didn't even do as good of a job as you have done. But because they stayed in front of that person and you didn't, they're going to get the lead. You already have the relationships. You already did the hard work of building trust with people. The shift is just deciding to build a referral system around what you already have. And once you make that shift, and once the system's actually running, then the business stops feeling like a grind every day and every week. It starts feeling like something that's working for you even when you're not working. That's the version of this business that's available to you, and it's a lot closer than you actually think that it is. So if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, okay, I understand the shift, I see why it works, but I actually want the framework for building this the right way, because remember I said it takes a little longer than I could do in this video, but you want something that's actually going to produce what I'm talking about. I have put together a video that walks you through a program called 30 Deals in Your Phone, and it shows you exactly where your next 10 to 30 deals are sitting right now in your contacts. And this is a 3-phase system for building a referral-based business that's going to compound for you month after month without you having to buy a single lead. So if you want to watch that video, there's a link in the description. Go down and watch that video. And then if you want to schedule a 30-minute call with me, there's a link in there for that where you can pick a time where we will jump on the phone and I will help you map this out. But if nothing else, just sit with this question today. How many people are in your world right now who already know you, they already trust you, and they would send you business if you just stayed in front of them consistently? Because that number is bigger than you actually think, and it's already worth something. You just haven't built a system around it. So if you're ready to do that, click on the link below, and I'll see you in that video.